Welcome class 9 to time and tense part 1, where today we will be discussing about the various forms of present tense. It is important that you do not mix up time and tenses. Time is the same for everybody. Time is the same for everybody, past, present and future, but the tenses of verbs do not always fit into the past, present and future. So tense indicates time of action or state. It can be indicated with the action and state in all the three forms, the present, past and future. In the present tense, see the action. When the action is done, she does her job. Past tense will be she did her job, and future will be she will do her job. But the state of being, he is fat. See, the no action is being done, is indicates the present tense. He is fat. The state of being is there. Past tense, he was fat 6 months ago, so the is changes to was. And future tense will take the will or shall. So here he will be fat if he continues to eat junk food. So the state of being, and here the action is being played. The various forms of present tense here are simple present and present continuous, after which we will be dealing with the present perfect tense and the present perfect continuous tense. So first, coming to the present simple present, or the present indefinite as we call it. Present simple present tense is used to indicate facts. See, the example is there. A magnet attracts iron filings. Means that can also be universal truths or situations, facts which are permanent. The sun rises in the east, mosquitoes cause malaria. Then see the second point, in order to indicate repeated actions, customs and habits, or the habitual actions. For example, he visits his family every weekend. We whitewash our house before Diwali, or cats drink milk. See children, whenever any sentence we are reading, we find out the verb. The verb is the most important part in a sentence, and agreement of verb with subject is a must, which I have taught you before. He is the subject, he visits his family every weekend. He is a subject, visits is the verb. So he, the subject and the verb should agree with each other. He visits. A cat mews, but cats mew. So we whitewash. We don't say we whitewashes. With plural, generally we do not take the verbs, do not take an S. He goes to bed at 11 o'clock every night. So whenever we are talking about any habitual actions, we use the simple present tense. Whenever we are talking about the ability of somebody, she plays tennis very well. She reads very well. So anything. Then the future. The future here means in the present tense is used to indicate any future which is like after if and any conditional clauses, or also in the time clauses. In conditional clauses where the condition is being laid, like if he comes tomorrow, we shall remind him. So condition is there. If he comes tomorrow, then we are going to remind him. Then afterwards, like when, until, before, after, as soon as, or as. So there are the conditions of time clauses. When the rain stops, we shall go out. So the condition is there. We can't begin until he arrives. The condition, until. They will stop playing as soon as. So the condition is as soon as. See, in these all the above four cases, in the facts, repeated actions, abilities and the future, we find that the present continuous tense cannot be used in place of simple present tense. We come to the present continuous tense. See, the present continuous, simple present or present indefinite is only for the simple present, like I eat, I sleep, you go. But continuous tense, as the title indicates, continuous ing form is used along with the present tense form of the verb. Present continuous tense is used to indicate what is happening now at the immediate present, like we are eating, I am teaching, she is singing, or to indicate any temporary habit, like I am traveling by bus to my office. Students are learning fast these days. So this is a temporary habit, not what is happening in the immediate present, but temporary habit that it keeps on going. It keeps on happening with. So present continuous tense is also used to indicate, to express a future fixed action also, like when are you coming tomorrow? The school holidays begin next week. My nephew is arriving this evening. The match starts at 5 p.m. So also with the repeated happening or with any coincidence, present continuous tense is used to show unavoidable coincidences or events for which there is no proper explanation. For example, again, Reena is always losing a pen. Her bicycle is always breaking down. So always indicate that it is in the habit of. Now see children, see this box. There is one case in which simple present is almost interchangeable with the present continuous tense for an event which has been definitely planned for the future. See the example. He takes the examination next week. It has been interchanged to present continuous. He is taking the examination next week. Take simple present or present indefinite as we say. Is taking is present continuous. So both are correct. Both can be interchanged. He takes the examination next week and he is taking the examination next week. Though it is referring to the future definite, but we use the present simple present or the present continuous tense. So how do we find which tense it is? No need to get confused. Next week does not indicate future tense. We take the verb. See, the verb is takes. Simple present is taking, present continuous ing. She leaves school in June. Simple present. She is leaving school in June. Present continuous. Now coming to another form, that is the stative verbs. As the name indicates, the stative. See, there are many verbs which are normally not used in the continuous tense. Such words describe a state, not an action, the state of being. These words are referred to as stative verbs, while the action verbs refers to an action. Stative verbs can be of 5 kinds, which pertain to our senses and perception. Verbs of emotion for the mental state and activity, and verbs of possession, and another is of the some other verbs which are different from all these, which we are going to discuss. So first let us come to the stative verbs. The verb of senses and perception. Senses, the sensory organs. Perception again refers to the seeing, feel, like see, hear, smell, touch, taste, notice, feel. Whatever they are used with, they are static. The state of being, as I told you in the beginning, we see with our eyes. The honey tastes sweet, so no action is there. Verbs of emotions. They express feeling like love, hate, like, dislike. He likes idli, so he's not doing any action, but the state of being is there. Verb of mental state and activity. Agree, disagree, believe, disbelieve. The mental state. Do you understand the poem? Do you understand this chapter? You know the way to the market? So all these are the verb of mental state and activity. Then verb of possession, which express the ownership or the relationship, like to own, belong, possess. This house belongs to my uncle. House belongs, sense of belonging. Mohan owes some money to me. So Mohan owes some. Then there are some other verbs like appear, seem, look, contain, require, resemble, suffice, include, signify, remain, deserve, which are also used in the static forms. This Diary includes all important holidays. Includes. The leader deserves our respect. Deserves. He appears to be wealthy. So appears. So many of the stative verbs are also used in the as dynamic verbs in order to express the deliberate or voluntary activity also. Coming to present perfect. Now see children, the present perfect tense. Another form of the present tense. This tense, let me tell you, is the most confusing for most of us. Actually, because it is confused, it indicates something which has just taken place in the recent past, which has just now been completed. So it is mostly confused with the past tense. So present perfect tense is used to indicate that something has happened at an indefinite time. See the example, he has got his job. He has got a job. Then to indicate that it began in the past and has continued up to the present. Like I say, I have lived in Mumbai for 1 year. Then to indicate that it has just happened. She has just arrived. See, the most simple way to find out whether it is present perfect is the present perfect tense is always characterized by has or have. Has for singular subject, have for a plural subject. And whenever we use has or have, it is always followed by the past tense form of the verb. See, he has got a job, means already got. I have lived. So lived will always confuse you to be the past tense, but the have characterizes it to be the present perfect tense. Present perfect itself, the has or have itself indicates the present perfect. If it was had, had, then it was past perfect. She has lived. So has indicates it is present perfect followed by the past tense form of the verb. So coming to the next form, the present perfect continuous tense. Like in the present perfect, this tense indicates a past event closely connected with the present. It is distinguished from the present perfect, and in that it is used in 3 specific ways. Now of course rules are so many and we cannot just go by the rules, and you have to understand all the rules, but practice makes you perfect. Now see, present perfect continuous. Present perfect is characterized by has or have. Has for the singular subject, have for the plural subject, and continuous tense always characterized by ing. So present perfect continuous together will take the form of been also along with automatically. See, to indicate an activity or the state which started in the past and has now continued until the present. See the example, we have been revising verbs for 3 weeks. Have indicates your present perfect, revising your continuous, and been has been inserted automatically. To emphasize that a past activity or state connected with the present but now ended has been continuous or repeated. See, they have been playing all afternoon.